Good evening, folks. Trust you're well out there, and this is coming through loud and clear. Exciting times, to say the least. I love it every day, more and more with the human side of things with the Health Enhanced Max. The feedback coming in, honestly, I couldn't have written the script myself. I've just had a few more come in today of the neuro trial. We did a 15-week trial, and it started probably about 20 odd weeks ago, and I've had people returning their forms in. What I asked them to do was see how much water were they drinking every day in litres, and also how their symptoms were. I didn't ask for specific symptoms. I wasn't going to go too personal, but I just asked people with these neurological issues, and it was people with Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's, different neurological issues. There's over 600. I just asked them how they felt their symptoms were going through each week, and the feedback has been nothing but astounding. I say I'm really excited to see some of the feedback, and looking at 10 being the worst. I've had people send their stuff back saying 7, 8, 9, the odd 10. And then as the weeks are going, the numbers come down, and some people are down as low as 2s, 3s, 1s even, for the last 4 or 5 weeks of the trial. So that's really, really exciting. But not only is there neurological issues improving, but there are other health issues at the same time. With gut issues, lung issues, pains. It really is exciting. But what I have noticed as well is looking through the sheets that the more people drink, the better the results seem to be. People that are only on half a litre to a litre a day are seeing results, but nothing like the people who are on 2 to 3 litres a day. So that correlation is very clear to see the difference with people the more they drink. But the fact that it's not just the neurological issues and the improvements they've found, and to some people, a slight improvement is a major improvement. We might think, oh, it's nothing much, you're getting more sleep, or you're not, being so restless at night, and you've not, agitated so much, and you've got a bit more energy. These are all small things, but to people that have suffered for a long time with these symptoms, these slight differences are massive to them. And I really appreciate the feedback and people spend the time in doing that. So going forward, we've got some exciting things to look forward to and to progress with. Looking at some of the information out there, they reckon that some of these conditions, they start deteriorating 10 years before you see the symptoms. So if we're looking at people with these symptoms who are reversing, not just reversing their symptoms, but also seeing other improvements with their health, whether it's been the guts, the lungs, skin condition, nails, hair, it's exciting to think that if we can reverse some of these symptoms, how much more important is it to hydrate yourself and consume this as a preventative, rather than wait for a number of years till you start seeing symptoms. Why not start to improve your health just now by hydrating yourself and putting the frequencies back to support your collagen, your stem cells, etc. So really, really exciting to see the feedback coming from that. I've got a few more testimonies coming in every other day, and I'm looking to get a few more of the video testimonies. A lot of people have said that they appreciated, even the last one from Brian Anderson and his wife. That was a phenomenal testimony. And even though you didn't see Brian, the fact he was talking, you could hear the excitement and enthusiasm in his voice, which was great, and you can't make that up. The fact that, he was sat in his back garden and he showed you the bottles and then spoke over was absolutely brilliant. And one or two people, because of the Northern Ireland accent, to me, Brian's got one of these accents. When you hear Brian speak, it's Brian, with that Belfast accent as well. One or two people are asking if we could get that with subtitles. But I think it was absolutely brilliant the way Brian put that over, and I really do appreciate him doing that. And, it's not until you speak to these people and you realise these little things that you think, oh, that's good. But it's when you speak to people and realize what they've gone through for a long time, in some cases years, and then within a very short space of time, they're seeing a massive difference. That to me is really exciting. So I'm looking forward over the next few weeks. Um, I like to think things will quieten down, but things just seem to get busier and busier. So I'd like to think in the next few weeks we're going to put a few things together to try and help people. We do have something somewhere that I want to revamp that just has a list of all the different things that you might see a difference in, whether it's your guts, your lungs, your hair, your nail, your skin, your sleep, your clarity of thinking, enhanced mood. We want to put a little checklist for people, because quite often people, as they're taking it, they don't really notice these things until all of a sudden they stop taking it. And it's like things start to come back that they didn't realize they were improved. So if we can give you a little sort of checklist sheet that over the first 5 weeks you can see how you get on. Quite often people that start taking it, before the end of the week, they're on the phone saying, Colin, I can't believe this and I can't believe that, the difference in this, the difference in that, which is exciting. But somebody asked me if this would be a good thing to give someone for Christmas, something from Health Enhanced Max. And to be honest with you, I would say no. You can't force on somebody something they don't want to do themselves. And when it comes to people's personal health, like if you want to give somebody the weight loss, people don't appreciate being told they're fat. You need to lose weight. We all know that we're overweight. We all know we're needing to lose weight. But to give it this to a gift to somebody, I don't think it would go down well. And people have to want it themselves. Same with the all pains. People are suffering so much, and with the all pains, along with the Health Enhanced Max, the feedback within days is fantastic. But to buy that for somebody who doesn't really want to try it, it's going to be a waste of time and money, and it's a shame, but that's just a fact that people need to want it themselves. I know the New Year's coming up, and there'll be more and more people with New Year's resolutions. I would even like to think that, people buying this as a New Year resolution, it's a habit for life, not just for New Year. So you want to, come see the testimonies that are coming in, and if it relates to something and someone wants to try it, great, go for it. We've got all these things on a 5-week trial, so you're not forking out silly money to think, oh, this doesn't work. If it doesn't work within the first couple of weeks, you'll see it then. But usually, as I say, people within 2 to 3 days come back and it's like, wow, I've noticed this and I've noticed that. But no, certainly there's a lot of exciting things happening. And say I'm looking forward to 2026. And I'm still trying to get time to put a few more videos together. And say there's a lot more testimonies. And I'm going to try to get some of them to be done by audio, or even just a video. But, it doesn't necessarily have to have the person talking on camera, as long as you get the voice and the what's the word I'm looking for, the excitement and enthusiasm, the honest opinion of people, on a video without having to see them, might encourage a few more people to do that and just to share their testimonies with other people who could probably relate to it. So again, we've got the Health Enhanced Max with the frequencies from the different products, and the frequencies products that have been proven to get rid of cancer. Say we're not making medical claims, that we've got a number out to people who have been diagnosed with cancer and been told there's nothing we can do for you, or very little. And I say the sad fact is with cancer, most of the time people think there's no hope. And there is lots of research out there, lots of information out there of people who have reversed their symptoms. So if we can try do our little bit to share this with people, and I say, somebody that's got prostate cancer or any type of cancer, and they want to try this, certainly the Health Enhanced Max is improving the gut and the lungs and the skin and the hair, the nails. But if the sections we put in with the frequencies to try eliminate cancer for the body, if that's going to help people, then that to me is fantastic. I say, it's a 15-week trial in that, and it's sent out to you, and all we want you to do is try drink a couple of litres of water a day and just see how you feel in that. don't stop taking your medication, don't stop anything else you're on, but just hydrate yourself with the frequencies that have been shown with different products to take cancer out of the system. So, that's available for anybody as well, and it will be right into the new year and beyond. And to say, when we get feedback coming back from that, then we'll share that with you as well. But it really is exciting to see people, seeing a massive difference in their health. And I say, it's such a simple thing to do. People say, oh, I can't drink 2 litres of water a day. 70% of yourself is water, and if you can't replenish that which you're losing when you're dehydrated, it's causing yourself health issues. So again, some people can't drink water. Put a little bit of diluting juice in, sugar-free preferably. But I say ideally you want to drink a couple of litres a day. But I appreciate your time tonight, and to say I appreciate your feedback and support and input. And if you've any questions at any point, give me a shout, send me a text, send me an email, and say I probably won't do anything next week, but maybe the week after, or maybe before New Year, I'll put another wee call up. But I hope you have a good Christmas and all the best for 2026. And let's make it a healthy one with pain-free for many, many people, and onwards and upwards. All the best for your health and for Christmas and New Year. Bye for now.